Hey guys, welcome back to some more reviews. I'm Horrorboy Forces 5, aka Nate Murphy, the Explorer of Horror here. Welcome back to some more reviews. And this week, I might have said this in a couple other videos in the past, but this week's gonna be a little bit different than other weeks. Since last week I did 7 days of movie reviews. Some of those days I did 2 reviews. Some days I did 1 review. Some days I did 3 reviews. After you're done doing movie reviews for like that, you're not like burned out, but I just want to take a little bit of a break from doing movie reviews because when I did it for a week like that, I don't know. I mean, I didn't get burned out, but I just want to take a break from that. So I want to make this week a little bit different. I want to do a couple vlogs, maybe a couple top tens, maybe a couple rankings, gameplay, stuff like that. Just want to make this week a little bit more different than the past week. And also, I do have reviews planned for after this week. Like I do plan on reviewing the Blair Witch movies because of the new Blair Witch film that's coming out. I want to review Blair Witch 1 and Blair Witch Project, and Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. I'll review those movies. I do want to review the Prom Night movies. Yes, if you guys know, those of you that know my previous and older videos, the Prom Night reviews are going to be coming back. I'm going to be reviewing them again. I'm going to be reviewing from Prom Night 1 to the remake, and I'm going to see if I can find Prom Night 2 somewhere or find it on YouTube or some way to watch it because I haven't seen it in a while. But even if I don't see it, I might be able to remember most of the movie. But I'll try to find clips or, I'll try to find some way to watch Prom Night 2 because my DVD is missing. It's gone and it's missing. So I have to rebuy the DVD, and I know that like the single DVD I believe is like $20 or something. I don't know if it's that expensive, but last time I seen it, it was pretty expensive. About the one that I got was like a $3 pack with like Prom Night, I think 1, 2, and then the Halloween movies. So if I can find another DVD pack like that, I'll get it like that, or if I can find the DVD for cheap somehow, I'll get that, or if I can find it on YouTube or something, I'll definitely try to watch Prom Night too. But yeah, I do plan on reviewing the Prom Night movies as well. And also I want to do a fan commentary on the original Chainsaw Texas Massacre. And that's because the new film is coming out, Leatherface, which is going to be a prequel to, I think it's going to be a prequel to the original, but I'm not sure. But I know it's going to be a prequel. It's just called Leatherface. And, I don't think that we need another prequel. I mean, they've already done a prequel before, Texas Massacre at the beginning. So I'm not really sure whether to make another prequel. But, I do hope it's going to be a different prequel at least. It's going to give a different origin story than, Texas Massacre at the beginning. Because we've already got a prequel in the franchise. I don't even understand why it's had another prequel. Yeah, so, in celebration of that, or, just because of that fact that we're going to be having a new Chainsaw movie, I wanted to do a fan commentary with some friends on the original Chainsaw, and that I'm talking about like weeks from now, guys, because I'm not sure I'm going to have time for that, but whenever I can do that, I'll do that, fan commentary. And also let me know in the comment section or, email, whatever, if you guys want to be involved in that, you guys want to be involved in that commentary. I have a few slots already filled for some friends who already requested to be in it, so, I can't promise all you guys spots, but I can promise a couple of guys spots. I mean, I honestly can't promise, I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try and get you guys in there. If you guys let me know in the comment section or via email, well, I'll let you guys know if I can get you guys in there. But like I said, there's already a few slots filled, so I can only get a certain number of you guys into the commentary if you guys want to be a part of it. But I'll definitely try to get some of you guys in there. But like I said, I can't promise anything. There's already a few slots available. There's already a few slots taken. There's only like a few more available. So please do not be mad, guys, but I just can't promise anything. So yeah. So the fan commentary on Chainsaw will be happening, I don't know, weeks from now, whenever I get time to do that. But this week is going to be a much more different than, doing movie reviews. This is going to be an entire week of vlogs, top 10s, rankings, like I'm doing right now, or it's a mixture of different themes, mixture of different themes. gameplays and stuff like that. Like I said, next, the weeks coming after this week, I'll be doing, Blair Witch reviews, Prom Night reviews, Chainsaw commentary, stuff like that. But anyways, guys, to get to the ranking, also, I'm doing this video because of the new Chainsaw movie, Leatherface. The prequel is coming out soon. And I want to do this video as well. And of course, today I'll be ranking my favorite horror film franchise of all time, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. This is the Chainsaw franchise. I'll be ranking right here. And anyways, guys, let's get to the video. Number 10 being the worst, number 1 being best, and number 10 is Texas Chainsaw. You guys could have guessed it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation. Absolutely, probably the worst movie. I mean, this movie is a horrible sequel. Not even that. I think it's just a sequel to the original, but it's a horrible movie in general. I did a rant on this movie about a year ago. If you guys want to check that out, I did a rant on it, and it's bad. It's awful. It's terrible. I don't like it. I think it's a horrible sequel, horrible film, and it's just an awful, awful movie. I mean, you got terrible acting. Kim Henkel did an awful job directing this movie. This is the only film that Kim Henkel directed, and you know what? He was a good writer. He wrote Original Chainsaw. That was good. Here, it was bad, really bad, and it was so bad they had to push the movie back to 1997. It was supposed to come out in 94. That was because they didn't want Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey's names on this terrible movie, so they pretty much the studio told the people involved in this movie, like Kim Henkel and stuff like that, like, hey, if you guys are going to release this, you better release this like years from now, because they didn't want their names, Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey's names in this movie when it was getting ready to come out. So the original date was supposed to be 1994. That was when it was supposed to come out, was 94, but it ended up getting pushed to 97. That's how bad this movie is, guys. That's how terrible and awful this movie is. The acting, I thought that Renee Zellweger did a pretty good job. Matthew McConaughey did a pretty good job, but the rest of the cast sucks. You got some really stupid moments in the movie. Really awful acting from the rest of the cast. Atmosphere was nothing. This was one of those chainsaw movies with no atmosphere. I couldn't tell it was in Texas at all. Really, I couldn't. Very low budget at times. I mean, you can just tell they had a very low budget to it. No gore, no blood. Maybe a little bit of nudity, but not enough to save the movie. The way that it was shot was nothing. It was a terrible movie. And I know this movie does sort of have a little bit of a cult following. I've seen reviews, people say they actually like this movie. I don't like this movie at all. This movie is boring. The movie is just freaking stupid and dumb. Acting is terrible. It's a horrible movie that I think is quite possibly it'd be on my list of, definitely would be one of the worst movies of all time that I've ever seen. It'd be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And yeah, I mean, just a very, very bad movie. So number 10 being the worst, that is Texas Massacre: Next Generation. Number 9 being an okay movie, but it's definitely not one of the best ones, and that is Texas Chainsaw 3D. Now, this movie, like I said, it's just okay. I don't hate it. Then again, I don't really think it's a great movie. I mean, it has really dumb characters, really bad acting, really bad CGI, and a score that I really didn't care about. But I will say this though, this one's like, it has better camera work, better cinematography than Chainsaw 4. I think that this movie is definitely better than Chainsaw 4. It didn't bore me. It went by at a fast pace for me, at least. They tried to do something different. They didn't want us to be sort of a carbon copy, so they went more of a different route. I can appreciate that. And I mean, the movie was directed well, in my opinion. It has some really good shots. It's a very slick movie. I always described it as that. Like, even this DVD, it's just got great quality, and just the way the movie's shot is just very slick, and I like the movie. I don't love it, but I like it. I think it's okay. I don't think it's a great movie. It's got some really good practical effects in there, though. I mean, even though there's some bad CGI, you do get some really good practical effects in there. And I thought it was just okay. It's not a magnificent movie or an amazing movie, but it's a decent movie. I like it. So number 9 is Texas Chainsaw 3D. Number 8 is the 2003 remake of the Texas Massacre. Now, I actually really enjoy this movie. The reason this is a little bit lower in the list because there's sequels and other movies that I enjoy a little bit more than this. But I still think it's a pretty good movie. I actually think it's actually one of the better remakes out there. And it's definitely not one of the worst ones. I've seen a lot of bad remakes, but it's definitely an okay movie. I really like this DVD edition right here, where you can fold it out, sort of a chainsaw. Really cool DVD edition. Oh crap! All right, there we go. It's just trying to get it folded back together is sort of a hassle, but yeah. So it's definitely a cool DVD. I enjoy the movie. I think it's well directed, well made, and I thought it was well shot. Had a good atmosphere to it. It was its own movie. Instead of having, I believe it was the Sawyers from the original movie. In this one, I believe it's the Hewitts. You got Thomas Hewitt and pretty much the rest of the family. And it was definitely a different movie, different feel, different tone. This one's much more of a, faster paced sort of, chase film. I don't know how to describe it. Thrilling, very thrilling movie. A lot of chase scenes in this movie, a lot of intense scenes, very, very gory and bloody. And I thought it was just a well-made remake. So yeah, number 8 is the remake of Texas Massacre. Number 7 is a very underrated sequel that I love. I'm a huge fan of this movie. We're getting to the point where these are movies that I really love, and that is Leatherface, Texas Massacre Part 3. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's underrated. I think that, the studio or, the MPAA got involved in this movie. There's other films that got ripped apart by the MPAA as well. Friday the 13th Part 7 got ripped apart by the MPAA. And same with this movie. I mean, they tore this movie to shreds. Same with Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, The Dream Child. That got torn to pieces by the MPAA. Although I hate that movie, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. But this is actually a very well-made movie. I really like it. I really like Jeff Berg did a good job directing the movie. Of course, Jeff Berg directed Puppet Master 4, Puppet Master 5, Stepfather 2. And he did a good job directing the movie. I mean, it's well shot. And it does seem like it was going to be a very bloody and gory movie. But the MPAA got involved and just shredded to pieces. And even though it does say the unrated version right here, unrated version, it's really not. I mean, honestly, it's still very tame. I mean, maybe they couldn't get all the footage back in this movie. Maybe they just couldn't, I don't know, but it's still very tame. The R-rated version is absolutely tame. I've seen the R-rated cut, and oh my gosh, that's a freaking tame movie. But even the uncut version, compared to the R-rated version, it's still tame. And I really do wish the MPAA didn't get involved in this movie. I really wish this movie, didn't have all the gore taken out of it. But I really enjoyed the cast. I thought that Ken Foray, I thought that William Butler, Kate Hodge, all did a good job. Viggo Mortensen did a good job. I thought the R.A. Mahale of Leatherface was awesome. And the atmosphere was there. Ideas were there. I love the idea of sort of this huge chainsaw that says the Saw is family on it. Very, very entertaining film. Very fast paced. And I like the movie. I think it's really well done. I love the movie. I think it's really well done. And, I think it's just a very well directed, very well made film that is underrated. It really isn't talked about that much, but I love it. I think I'm a huge fan of the movie. But I think it's a very well made movie. But it's very underrated, and I love this movie. And you can tell there's going to be a lot of gore in this movie, a lot of makeup effect, but it got cut out because the MPAA got involved. But yeah, so Leatherface, Texas Massacre Part 3. I love this movie. Really well made. So yeah, it's number 6, I believe. Yeah, 6. No, it wasn't. It was 10, 9, 8, 7. It was 7. My bad. Number 6 is Texas Massacre: The Beginning, and I love this prequel. Definitely, probably, I would say my favorite prequel is Exorcist 4 was okay. I haven't seen that movie Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist. I haven't seen that yet. Um, but I do think this is probably one of the better prequels out there. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the origin story behind it. Very, very gory film. Probably the most goriest film in the franchise. This and Part 2 probably the most goriest ones in the series. Even though the remake was pretty gory, but it was definitely not nearly as gory as this movie. Like, this movie has a lot of gore in it. Practical effects, decent cast, decent acting. I enjoyed the new look of the movie. I enjoyed how they showed the origin of Leatherface and dons his first mask, finds the chainsaw, and how he sets up everything, in the basement of the house. Very, very cool movie. I really enjoy it. Huge fan of it. It's really well made, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's Texas Massacre: The Beginning. And number 2 is, of course, the great sequel, Texas Massacre Part 2. I love this movie. It's so well made. I think it's a fun movie. Very, very fun. It's definitely a very different movie than the original movie, but in a good way. Because I believe that Toby Hooper just knew. He was like, I'm not going to make a movie that's going to be like as scary and terrifying as the original. So he decided to go a different route and go the black comedy route, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of fun humor in the movie. It's a crazy movie. I also did a fan commentary on this movie with Red Ben Cast channel over on his channel. If you guys go check out his channel, I did a fan commentary with him on this movie. And it was really fun. I just want to thank you to our Red Ben Cast channel for letting me be a part of that. It was a very fun commentary to be a part of. And this is the Blu-ray of I believe it's called the Gruesome Edition, but it's the uncut version with features. You get a commentary. You get 2 commentaries actually. You get the cutting room floor. It runs in the family and the original theatrical trailer. So you get quite a bit of features in this. And definitely a well-made Blu-ray. I do know that Scream Factory's got a Blu-ray of this, but I'm good with this one. I'll keep this. But it's a crazy fun, entertaining film that I absolutely love. So yeah, that's number 2, Texas Massacre Part 2. Number 1, of course, is my favorite horror film of all time, and that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original movie. This is as of right now, it's a 3-disc set. I still have to get that DVD from over at my mom's, but it's a very, very nice DVD set. You get all the features that were in the previous DVD that I had, the Ultimate Edition. You get all the features that was in that DVD, plus more in this DVD. So it was really well done. And you get both the features and the movie and Blu-ray, also DVD. So very, very well made DVD / Blu-ray set. Cool design. Really, really enjoy that design. And this is one of the most perfect horror films of all time. I said it in my review. It's so perfect that you can call it a piece of art. It is. It's just the way the movie's shot. Beautiful. Atmosphere is beautiful. I love the location that they use in the movie. Practical effects. And also, it's one of those movies not really that gory, but you feel like you just got done watching a splatter film. And no other movie that I've seen has not been like extremely gory, but make you feel like you got done seeing a splatter film. So I gotta give the movie props for that. That's amazing. And the movie is just so perfect. That's a piece of art. It's just like I said in my review, it's so perfect you consider it to be a piece of art. And a lot of features in this Blu-ray and DVD set: commentaries, 2 documentaries, featurettes, TV spots, trailers, poster gallery, still gallery, radio spots, all kinds of cool stuff. And the movie is just perfect. It's classic. I love everything in the movie: the score, the way that it's shot, the atmosphere, the rawness and the realness of the film. It had a big impact when it came out, and probably considered one of the first slasher films of all time. And I love the movie. So yeah, so number one is the original Chainsaw Massacre. And thanks for watching my ranking on the Texas Massacre franchise. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. And I did this video because of the new movies coming out. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next review. Bye, guys.